From this, now we've got Mashudu Raphetha, who's the General Secretary of the Dynamic People's Union of South Africa. Mashudu, no doubt you have been watching and listening to what the ministers had to say in terms of all the carnage that has happened on the roads. Your thoughts as an organization about how we have dealt with the safety on our roads?
Thank you, Rofhiwa, and good afternoon to the viewers out there. We welcome the report on the reduced numbers. However, we are very much disappointed that the report is silent on the conduct of people that are pelting stones or throwing spikes on the highways, which is robbing lives of our members who happen to be truck drivers, bus drivers, and all civilians, because this is an important reducer. However, government needs to do more on ensuring that our roads, in particular our highways, are safer.
Mashudu, can I just ask that the camera be turned around to face you? We are currently only seeing your colleague at the moment, but while that happens, let me ask you this. Do you think that enough is being done by our traffic and transport authorities to deal with the various issues that we have been facing on the country's roads? There are many issues, you've just touched on some of them, but do you think there's been enough done by our departments to address some of these big issues?
Yes, I think there's still a room to deal with some of those issues, because life of one it's very important, because in most cases those people are breadwinners and so on. So we believe, as the Dynamic People's Union of South Africa, that government needs to up their game in terms of making sure that our roads are safe, even the potholes and so on and so on.
Yeah, I think, what about the argument that also commuters and motorists need to be educated better when engaging with our roads and railways? People are always told not to drink and drive, not to drink and walk or take public transport in an inebriated manner. The argument that maybe we need a little bit more education for our motorists and our commuters.
Yes, I agree with you. A lot in terms of education is required. In particular, we have never seen the campaigns that are educating people, in particular pedestrians as well. But there's one thing that is a pandemic, which is drink and driving. I think that is a problem that we're currently facing, because you see, innocent people are dying on the road because people are drinking. As they do, is a drinking spree, and then someone is sober, get someone on the road, bump on him, and then the loss of life happens. So indeed, there should be more education or campaigns that goes to events, even though those events are not government events, but those events, the government must be visible, and government must also work with us as trade unions. We also have events that we do have on marches to educate our members, because those people are the ones that are using those roads, and the roads needs to be safe for everyone.
Yeah, and of course the roads need to be safe. There needs to be a level of education, but people need to understand that their cars also need to be roadworthy. The minister spoke earlier today about cars that had to be impounded because of various issues. People are driving very risky cars at the best of times. Your thoughts on that particular issue that we face as a country?
What we are facing currently is that, look, the hospitals are overwhelmed with people that are facing this COVID-19 and so on. We are calling upon our members, importantly, truck drivers are most of our members, and bus drivers, to also maybe make announcements and ensure that people understand the dire condition that South Africa is facing, because right now the priority is given to people that are looking for oxygens and so on and so on. So we call upon people to go and ensure that we encourage people to vaccinate, at least, so that we can then limit the admissions at the hospitals, because we have seen the scientists in South Africa have said that those who vaccinated, it reduced the number of people that goes to the hospitals. So safe driving is important. We're saying arrive alive.
Yeah, just a final thought from you. You did say most of your members are truck drivers and bus drivers. How confident are you that your members are taking care of their buses, particularly because they'll be taking people across different provinces to spend time with their families? Are you confident about the safety of the buses that will be driven?
We are confident about our bus drivers that they do follow all the regulations and follow the road signs and so on. But what we need to do is the employers must come in. Employers are putting a lot of cameras where it is not necessary, instead of training those drivers in order to ensure that they present safety. They are looking for something else. So we believe that our drivers, our members who are on the buses and trucks are well trained on the safety measures. So we are confident that this year at least we will definitely reduce, and we demand more in the next year so that our roads will always be safe and we keep our members. And we wish all our members the best and ensure that they take the commuters safely and also assist where it is necessary.
Absolutely. Mashudu Raphetha, who's the General Secretary for the Dynamic People's Union of South Africa, joining us there to talk a little bit about their reaction to the data that's come out today, but also their members who are mostly bus and truck drivers. What are they going to be doing to ensure their own safety and, of course, that of commuters and other motorists who are using the roads this festive season? We've got more of the day's top stories after the break.